Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Today we will be studying about how to write basic SQL statements, and the SQL syntax will be pertaining to Oracle database. So please do watch my vlog. This will be a practical session. Like, share, subscribe and comment that how do you like the vlog, and if you have any kind of doubts, please do mention it in the comments. I'll try to solve all your doubts. Viewers, today we will be studying about writing basic SQL statements, but this will be a practical session, and the IDE or integrated development environment which I am using in this tutorial or in this practical session is SQL Developer. So let us start. So if you want to select all the columns and all the records of a table, you need to write select star from departments. Here I will be using only the departments and the employees table. So if you run the query, you can run the query either by clicking on this execute button or by pressing Ctrl plus enter key. So here you are noticing that the departments table has 4 columns with a total of 27 records. So it will fetch all the columns and all the records of a table. Next, if you want to fetch only specific columns of a table, then you need to write it as select department ID, comma location ID from departments. So you have 4 columns in the departments table, so you want to select only department ID and the location ID from the 4 columns. So you need to mention the column names in the select clause of the SQL query, and it will fetch only all the records of the 2 columns. See, only department ID and location ID, all the records of these 2 columns are being fetched. If you want to use any arithmetic operator in your SQL query, say select last name, salary, salary plus 300, from employees. So it will retrieve the last name column and the salary column of the employee table. These 2 columns are present in the employees table, but salary plus 300, this column is not present in the employees table. So if you want to give any MIS data instantly to any user in your organization, in that case, you can use such arithmetic operators or such kind of expressions in your SQL query. So what it will happen, only for this query, another separate column will be created, but this column is not physically present in the, not logically present in the employees table. So this column will be created, and you can export this data in an Excel file and give it to the user. Remember one thing, that here, whatever column name you write, which is present in the table, if you write it even in lowercase letter, by default, the output will be in the uppercase letter. The column names will by default be in uppercase letter in the output result. Okay, now let us study about the operator precedence. 12 multiplied by, say, salary plus 100 from employees. So before this, in this query, this column or this expression will basically add 300 value to each and every record that is present in the employees table in the salary column, because I am adding 300 value with the salary column. So here, if it is 24,000, it will add 24,300, 17,000, 17,300, 4,800 will be increased by 300, and the final value will be 5,100. Okay, so if you want to increase the salary by 300 of each and every employee and want to see that what are the final salaries of each and every employee, so this is the query that you can write. Now, in operator precedence, basically we have multiplication and division will be executed first, that is at a higher precedence than addition and subtraction, which means in an expression, if you have multiplication and the addition, both operator used, then multiplication will be executed first, which means with the salary value, first 12 will be multiplied, and the resultant value which will be generated with that 100 will be added, because multiplication has higher precedence than addition. So if we execute the query, see here 24,000, the final output value is 2,88,100. Okay, so 12 into 24,000, what is the outcome that will come? with that plus 100, and the final output is 2,88,100. Now if you want to change this precedence, this is the default precedence of SQL. If you want to change this precedence, you need to use parenthesis. So suppose we want that the multiplication will not execute first, addition will execute first. So you have to put a bracket here. I'll copy this query. Okay, I'll put a bracket here. So first the salary plus 100 will be executed, and with the resultant value 12 will be multiplied. So see, this figure will change. See, it changed to 2,89,200 instead of 2,88,100. So like this way you can alter the precedence of the the operators, the arithmetic operators. Okay, now defining null value. Okay, so first of all you have to understand that what is a null value. That means nothing in the column. I'll just show. Suppose select last name, job ID, salary, commission, PCT from the employees table. Okay, so this will fetch all the records of these columns. Okay, so in the commission PCTC here, you are noticing in a bracket it is written as null. So actually there is no value in these rows. There are values in these rows, but these rows are completely blank. Okay, now if you want any kind of arithmetic operation with the null value, what the resultant output will be, let us see. Suppose we write select last name 12 multiplied by salary multiplied by commission PCT from employees. So this query will retrieve only those records where commission PCT is present, and it will multiply 12 with the value, and then it will multiply the commission PCT. Remember one thing, if an operator is being used which has a same level of precedence or priority, say multiply and divide has a same level of precedence and priority, then the execution of the expression will start from left side to right side. Okay, so here 12 will be multiplied with the salary value, and then again with the resultant value commission PCT will be multiplied, and the output result will come. But the rows where commission PCT is null, so anything multiplied by null will yield the output as null. So here that is the reason why the values are null, and here there are values in the rows. Okay, now I'll be using column alias. Now what is a column alias? Column alias is basically a nickname to a column. The original column name which you have in the table, it is a nickname to that column. Let us understand. Select last name as name, comma, commission underscore PCT COMM from employees. So this, see here, actually in the employees table we have columns like last underscore name, we have columns like commission underscore PCT. So in many cases the users may find it difficult to understand about what exactly commission underscore PCT is, what exactly last underscore name is. So to make the column more readable only during the output of the query, we use column alias. And column alias can be used two ways. This as keyword is optional. You may use, may not use. See in the last name column, the column alias of the last name column is name, and we have used an as keyword. But for the commission PCT column, we haven't used the as keyword, which means the as keyword is not mandatory, and you get the column names as name and com. But in employees table, we do not have any columns as name and com. We have columns of last underscore name and commission underscore PCT. But the output, in the output result, the column name will always be in capital letter. Now, if you want that the column name which you are giving, the case in which the column alias name you are giving, that should be as it is, as you are giving. So in that case, what you need to do, select last name, within double quotes if you write name in capital, the rest of the things are small, then salary multiplied by 12. Now if I write salary multiplied by 12, nobody will understand, so I have to give it here annual salary from employees. In this case, what will happen? See, the case which you have used within the double quotes, exactly the same case has appeared in the column name, in the output. So, and remember one thing, whatever column alias you will use, there shouldn't be any gap. If there is any gap in the column alias name, always use that column alias name within double quotes. Next, let us use the concatenation operator. Select last name, concatenation operator. This is basically the concatenation operator sign job ID as employees, okay, from employees. So now you see job ID and last name both are different columns. So last name is Abel, job ID is SA underscore REP, but in between Abel and SA underscore REP there is no space. Okay, so we have concatenated all the values of last name and the job ID column. Right, now if you want to put a space in between Abel and SRA, what you need to do, after last name put a concatenation operator, concatenate a blank space, and then again put a concatenation operator with the job ID. With the last name column, there will be a space that will be concatenated, and with the space there will be the job ID column that will be concatenated. Now you see there will be a space in between Abel and AC underscore rep. See, you have noticed there is a space, so it gives a better clarity or better understandability and readability. Now let us use some literal strings. Let me copy this thing. Okay, now if you give this data to any user, so he or she will not understand about Abel, SRep, matlab who is Abel and what is SRep, right? So in that case we'll use a literal. So the literal is like, if in between we write is a, so the same data will appear as Abel is a SRep, which means it is creating a sentence. This literal character strings, these are known as literal character strings. Okay, now if you do not put any space after A and before I in this character literal, what will happen? You see the space will not be there. See, Abel is, there is a space, then after A there is no space. So you always need to put a space before I and after A for better understandability and better readability. Okay, now let us eliminate the duplicate rows. Okay, so first of all I'll show you the department ID. Sorry, I have to write it in capital. Department ID column from the departments table. So notice that here there may be any duplicate records. Okay, so here see 10, 20, 30, 40, and there will be, oh sorry, not departments table, from the employees table. Okay, yeah, see, so here you see there are duplicate records. There are 3 records with 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records with 60 value. So if you want to eliminate these duplicate records, what you need to do, you need to use a keyword which is known as distinct, distinct. So if you use distinct, just notice these two 3 values of 90s and 5 values of 60s, what will happen to them? See, there is only 190 in the entire data, there is only 160 in the entire data, which means it is eliminating the duplicate rows and it is showing it as one single value. Okay, so that's all from this tutorial about writing basic SQL statement. Thanks for watching my vlog. I hope that this practical session tutorial has made you clear about how to write basic SQL statements, and try to implement this in your home by installing a database in your laptop or desktop, and practice all these queries by your own. The more you practice, the more efficient you become. So before ending the vlog, please do like, share, subscribe my channel, and also comment how do you like the vlog, and if you have any kind of doubts, mention it in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching.